what is our relationship with fame and fortune in hip hop?
I think, you know, in hip hop, the more famous you are, the more of a chance you want to sell these records. You know what I mean? And like you mentioned the quote at the beginning, you know, what Pac said. And, you know, Pac used to always call fame success, not success. He used to say it's sickening. You know what I mean? Because when you want fame, you know, unfortunately, most people would do anything to be famous nowadays. You know what I mean? Especially in the time we living in the social media, people would damn near throw themselves off a roof as long as somebody recording them and they get the likes and the views. You know what I mean? So it's a sickening thing, and you got and if you're gonna use your fame, you know, for positivity, you know, you're doing good for the people, then you can say famous. Actually, you know, that famous person is taking advantage in a good way. So you got to be balanced with it. You know what I mean? Got to be balanced.
You do, and not only that, fame is something that you got to prepare yourself for mentally. You know, because once it happens, you have to have a strong foundation in which to be able to make the best out of the situation.
Exactly.
So,
and don't let it get to your head.
Oh yeah, you can never let anything get to your head.
Facts.
The ego is the biggest mistake we can ever make.
For sure. You know, one of the things about Pac, I love one of the things that he done for us, man, is that he used to want us to be rappers, but then he used to hate us to want fame. Like, it's a video that I seen not too long ago when he was talking to Gaddafi and Edie, and they was at Pan Am Studio. Somebody had a camera in their face asking them a question, and Pac came out. He's like, "Look, you people love the fame. You love the fame. You love the camera. That's gonna be your downfall." So he used to want us to rap on his records, but he didn't want us to enjoy. He didn't want that fame to get. He was trying to protect us from that. He wanted us to be the homies that we spit, but at the same time, we be very careful with this fame, you know what I mean? Because he see what it can do to you.
Yeah, and it really changed the dynamic of who people are in your life. Because the people change, you don't. So with the people around you, it becomes like now they feel like they're not worthy to be around you, but that's their issue, not yours.
Yeah. Facts.
You know?
You're right.
And that's the thing that hurts us all. You know, when our inner unit starts doubting who they are and the part that they play, you know?
Yeah, unfortunately. And it's difficult. You're trying to please everybody around you. You know, fame can be heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is heavy.
It's heavy, definitely.
So I want to get into what you're doing now with your book, you know, and all the cool stuff that you've been working on as a motivational speaker and getting your story out there. So we're going to add in the gentleman that you wrote the book with, or he wrote the book.
Yes, Suleiman. Written by him, narrated by my Suleiman, yes.
Yeah, we're going to bring his wonderful voice in now out there in the audience so that you guys, when you hear that third voice, and you know it's not coming from me or Napoleon, it's coming from him. And he's going to give us some background on the book and stuff as we start having that conversation. So do we have you, Suleiman?
Was he there?
Unmute your mic.
Let me see if I can find him here.
Yeah,
Suleiman.
Oh, he's there.
He's there.
Okay, so we're all on together, but we can't see Suleiman. But his voice will keep marching on. All right, that's what we do. So let's talk about how your documentary came together first, called The Life of an Outlaw.
The documentary, you know, my friend Jonathan from Canada, he hit me up one day and was like, let's put a documentary together about your life, you know what I mean? And we was able to team up with like Gobi. He produced a couple videos of Pac. He was actually one of Pac's partners, and we did some interviews, you know what I mean? And it was excited. It was excited to be able to tell my story in that way. But with a documentary, you only can do, you know, so many people involved, so you only can tell, you cannot go past a certain, a certain line or certain, you can't really express yourself too much in a documentary, like a book. You know what I mean? When I did the book, I noticed that it was a whole nother level. You know what I mean?
So I know the book probably gave more of an insight than the documentary, because like you said, there's so many Indians that is needed to make a documentary. And I mean Indians in a great way.
Yes.
So
too many Indians, not enough chiefs to make the documentary.
Sure. So that makes it kind of tough. So let's talk about your book, and how that came together.
The book came about.
Talk to us about that, Suleiman.
Yeah, Suleiman.
Yeah, I mean, basically,
talk up a little bit for us.
Yeah, basically, Muta and I, we discussed the prospect of writing a book for him after his documentary came out, and we decided that there's quite a lot of themes in his life that would be interesting for the people to hear about. So we decided to talk about it, and we came up with the idea of writing a book. I showed him some of my work before, and the rest is history.
Suleiman being humble with it, that's my man. But when we started to do the book, I thought he was just like anyone else. He's from Brooklyn, but academically, he's on a whole other level. Oxford University only accept, or Oxford Press, they don't accept writings from anyone. You know what I mean? They accepted about, I think about 2 or 3 of, what he submitted. You know what I mean? So academically, he's a professor at one of the biggest university, not only in the Middle East and North Africa, even in the world. He's a professor. So when we first started talking about the book, I was thinking that he's from the hood. You know what I mean? He's from Brooklyn. So maybe the book is going to go a way that most rappers' book is like an extension of rap music. They want to talk about how much of a gangster they is and this and this and that. And only a certain type of people can relate to certain books. But when I seen, the sample, I was like, it exceeded my expectation. He wrote it in a way that even if you don't listen to rap music, or if you don't know anything about the inner cities of African American, everyone around the world would be able to relate to it. And it's done it's very classy. You know what I mean? Where you can be a gangster, you can be a teacher, you can be, anyone would be able to relate to it. And I believe it's a story inside of the book that probably someone anywhere in the world would be able to, relate to. So he's humble. He gonna keep it humble though.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very, I wish you guys out there in the audience could see Suleiman, because he is rocking the best beard in the business. Y'all think y'all got a beard? This guy, man. Whoo.
You know what you can do? You can probably mute me and let Suleiman come on for a little bit.
We'll try that at the end. Because being that we're linked from Saudi Arabia, dude, I don't want no mistakes.